yesterday. Okay, we talked about the addition, sum, subtraction, division. How for addition, the order doesn't matter. Whether it's 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2 get the same thing. But for subtraction, the order matters. What are you taking away from the original? You end up with different results. The next one we're going to cover is multiplication. Sometimes quite times, sometimes quite product. So you'll see that this is similar to our addition. The order doesn't matter. 2 times 3, 3 times 2, same thing. We can do it for algebra as well. Multiply G by H, you would write G times H or H times G. However, we have something even better. We don't even need to put a multiplication sign in algebra when you do multiplication. You simply write GH. It is understood that it means G times H. Now it can also be written as HG. This is the same thing, whichever you multiply first. So another way of saying it is, for example, twice of 6, we write 2 times 6. Thrice. So thrice means 3 times 6. Similarly, twice of x refers to 2x. Very logical, very natural. Thrice of x, it is 3x. Next, we have division. Division, similar to your subtraction, the order matters. If you say divide 24 by 3, we are taking 24 divided by 3. So 24 over 3, we get the answer 8. If we say divide x by y, we are putting y in the numerator and y in the denominator. In primary school, this is what you would write, x divided by y. Typically in secondary school, we don't use the division sign anymore, we use fractions. Okay, then after that, we have our squares and our cubes. This you are familiar with already. So your homework yesterday was to cover exercise 1. Mary is 9 years old, find her age after 3 years. I'm not too interested about the final answer. I'm interested in how you present your work. That is important, especially when we come to algebra. So I have no doubt you guys know that she is 12 years old after 3 years, but I want to see the working. So in part A, age will be 9 plus 3. We get 12 years. Oh. Alright? Did you have the working? 9 plus 3. Not difficult. Do it. Why do I insist that you do it when it is so obvious? Because subsequently, we will tell you Mary is X years old. Find the age after 3 years. Then you'll be like, huh? How to take X plus 3? So that is what we want to cover subsequently. Yeah? So in part B, the age after 10 years. Age equals to 9 plus 10. We get 19 years old. Finally, after T years, what is her age? Equals to 9 plus T. Okay, look at how I write the letter T. Does your plus look like T? Does your T look like plus? If it does, then it's time to change. I do not want to see this. Age equals to 9 plus T. Does it look like 9 plus T? Does this look like 9 plus T? It looks like 9 plus plus, right? So change the way you write the letter T. Put cursive. Okay, with a little tail. So it becomes clear, you don't confuse yourself. So this is the age after T years, and put a bracket, years old. Find the age, what is the age? Okay lah, I don't need you to write the word years old lah. Okay, because when we ask you for your age, how old are you? I'm 10 this year. I'm 14 this year. I'm 13 this year. You don't need to say I'm 10 years old this year, right? So okay, for that case, I think I can accept if you do not write the units. But if I ask you, how tall are you? You cannot tell me I am 164. 164 what? You have to include the units, alright? So exercise number 2, a worker's salary is $200 less than 1/3 of the manager's salary. Who fully understands this sentence? The first sentence, raise your hand. Fully understand, I know what it's talking about. Okay, who needs some clarification? Not too sure, need some clarification. Raise your hand. Have okay, I will explain to you. We do it part by part. English is important. Understanding of the question is key to start doing it correctly. Okay, first we have somebody over here is a worker. Okay, a worker's salary is $200 less than something. I know that whatever I'm comparing with, the worker is earning $200 less than that. So far, okay? Whatever I'm comparing with, worker is earning $200 less than that. Okay, so what am I comparing with? I'm comparing with 1/3 of the manager's salary. What does 1/3 mean? 1/3. 1/3 is a fraction. 1 divided by 3. 1/3 of what? Of the manager's salary. So what are we comparing to? Yeah, we're comparing worker and manager. Did they say the worker is earning $200 less than manager? No. Did they say the worker is earning 1/3 of the manager? No. They said the worker is earning $200 less than, take the manager's salary, you divide by 3. That is 1/3 of the manager's salary. You're earning 200 less than 1/3 of the manager's salary. You understand what's happening now? So we now need to find the worker's salary when the manager's salary is $7,200. So we put it down in, we are going to do a translation, not from English to Chinese or to Malay. We're going to translate from English to mathematics. What does it look like? What do we want to find? Find worker's salary, right? So worker's salary equals to, okay, please write this down first. Check that you have written this down. I know you have done your work, but did you label your working so that I understand what you're doing? I definitely will not accept 7,200 divided by 3 equals to whatever, then whatever the minus 200 equal answer. No, cannot. I want you to tell me what you're finding first. So the worker's salary is $200 less than 1/3 of the manager's salary. Manager earning $7,200. So here I have my 1/3 of the 7,200. Okay, this is known as 1/3 manager's salary. 1/3 1/3 manager's salary. Okay, now the worker didn't earn 1/3. He earned $200 less than 1/3. So you minus away 200. This is what the worker earned. Logical? So 7,200 divided by 3, then you minus 200. Okay, the worker is earning $2,200. This is how much the worker is earning. We move on to part B. We're going to be doing something very similar. So B, worker's salary is now 1/3. The manager is earning 9,000. So 1/3 of the manager's salary minus 200. So 3,000 minus 200, we get 2,800. And now finally, we come to the last case. The manager is earning M dollars. They don't want to tell you how much. So what do you think the working looks like? With what I've shown you for part A and part B, can you try for part C? Or if you have already done it, is your presentation the same, or do you want to make any changes? Okay, continue on this part for yourself. Minus away 200, because whatever the manager is earning, we're going to take 1/3 of M minus 200. This is the salary with the unit. Okay, 1/3 M minus 200. Now some of you wrote it down this way. M over 3 minus 200. Is it the same thing? Same, it's the same. Whether you write 1/3 M or you write M over 3, they all mean the same thing. Okay? Both are fine, Next, we have the price of a cup, $5, price of plate, $12. Find the total price of 3 cups and 2 plates. Let's do this together. What do you think our starting word should be? How should we start off? 3 cups? What do we want to find What do you want to find? Total price, right? So you write down total price. Total price equals to. Now I don't need to separately find 3 cups how much, 2 plates how much, then add. Just put it down all in one working. So total price. How much would it be? 5 plus 5 plus 5? 5 times 3? 3 times 5 can? Can? 3 times 5, 5 times 3, same lah, huh? So 3 times 5. And notice I don't even put the multiplication sign. You're in secondary school already. We don't really use multiplication sign. We use bracket. Because the multiply sometimes looks like x. Very confusing when you do algebra later. Then what else do we have? 2 plates. 1 plate, $12. 2 plates how much? 12 times 2, 2 times 12, same, right? Okay. Plus or minus or times or divide? Plus. Plus 2 times of 12. Okay, then we can use our calculator already with a dollar sign. 15 plus 24. 15 plus 24, we get $39. Okay, now how about part B? Part B says n cups and n plates. What is the total price? Total price. What would you write? Okay, you try now. 1 minute again. 1 cup, $5. So you need to take n times 5, isn't it? Now, do you want to write n times 5? Or do you want to write it the other way around? 5 times n. First, are they both the same thing? 5 times n times 5, are they the same? Same, right? But when we write it, should we write 5n or n5? Which one sounds more correct? n5 or 5n? Do you say apples 5 or do you say 5 apples? Just go back to this question. Very logical. We write 5 apples. We say 5 apples. So we should write 5 times n. Okay? Yeah, well, you can write n times 5 for your working. But subsequently, when you final answer, you put 5n. But since we already know that, how about we save some time? We just put 5n lah. Right? Oh, but I forgot the dollar sign. Okay, dollar sign. 5n plus how many plates? M plates. Then 1 plate, $12. 12m. Done. 5n plus 12m. Okay, so also notice how I put my units. I didn't express it like this. 5n plus 12m. I didn't. Because I prefer to just put the dollar sign one time. Then I put the brackets around the 5n plus 12m. Like this. Okay? Oh, what if we don't put brackets? What if we don't put brackets? Let's look like this. $5n plus 12m. I don't know what's 12m. Is it also money? If you don't put brackets, then I'll be wondering, is that dollar sign clearly belongs to 5n only. It doesn't belong to 12m. So 12m not dollar. Right? Okay, so we need to understand when to put the brackets. Let's move on. There are X boys, Y girls in a class. You know, if I ask you how many boys, how many girls in the class, you need to count, right? You need to count. But what if we don't count? Then we just say, oh, there are X boys, Y girls. It's just a number. I just do not know what the number is. That's all. Don't be afraid of algebra. But we know that half of the boys and 1/3 of the girls join the learning camp. Not every boy, not every girl. Just half of the boys and 1/3 of the girls, they join this camp. So find the total number of students in the class. To answer part 1, this is irrelevant. The number of joining a camp, irrelevant. Just want total, alright? So total. Write down your... How will you start your presentation for part 1? Okay, you try writing down first. Just try. Not difficult, try. Okay, find the total number of students in class. What will you start off with? So I'm glad that I saw many students start off rewriting total equals to. I do not want just x plus y. Huh? Okay, you might have to tell me what you're calculating. Total equals to x plus y. Done. Done. That's it. They're asking for total. They are x boys, we are y girls. Total add lah. Add. Don't complicate things. Now part 2. Now they ask for total number of students joining the camp. Now the second sentence is relevant. I need the information from the second sentence already. So total number of students joining the camp. So again we put total. It's a different total this time. It's a total joining the camp. So did all the boys join? Did all the boys join? No. How many boys join? Half. Half of what? Half of x. How do I write down half of x? How do I write half of x? X over 2? X over 2? Is this the only way of writing half x? This is okay, this is okay. Later I'll show you another one. So you can write y over 3 as well. So this is the total. Or total equals to half x plus 1/3 y. They mean the same thing. But when you put a fraction like this, half x plus 1/3 y, please be very careful that the y over there is very clearly attached to the 1/3 and not that it belongs in the denominator. Okay, I'll show you a demonstration of what is not acceptable. 1 over 3y. This is not okay. Alright, it looks like you are trying to say 1 over 3y. Is this what you're trying to say? It makes me wonder. And you don't want to make me wonder when I'm marking. It is your job to make me understand your work. So write it properly. This is what you meant. So 1/3 y. Make it very clear. Exercise 5. 3a square and bracket 3a square the same. Do you think they're the same? Let's break it down. We learned squares before, right? We learned it at the start of the year. We learned about brackets also. Let's take a look at the first one. 3a square. What does 3a square mean? 3a square means 3 times a times a. Do you agree? Right? This is our 3a square. Amiru, what do you think bracket 3a square means? Is this what you meant? Right? Now the second case, we end up with 3 times a times 3 times a. You agree or not? I'm just writing a lot of stuff. I'm just breaking it down for you. Sorry? What? What, huh? You know movies, but they say nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Correct or not? 3a squared. So it's 3 times a times 3 times a. I can group the numbers together first, right? Whether you do 2 times 3, 3 times 2, order doesn't matter. I rearrange this to become 3 times 3 times a times a, which becomes 9 times a times a. Correct or not? Now do they look like the same? 3a times a versus 9 times a times a. Are they the same? Obviously very different already, right? The first case is 3a squared. The second case is actually 9a squared. They are different. They say that this is not equal to, okay, so see how I write the symbol, not equal to 3a squared. So you need to understand what the effect of having the square inside and outside the bracket means. And then let's try part B. B cubed versus 3b. Are they the same? B cubed versus 3b. What do you all think? What does b cubed mean? Okay, so b cubed is the same as b times b times b. Then what about 3b? b plus b plus b. Alright, they're different. If you put in values, you will see that they're different. For example, 1 cube. 1 cube is 1 times 1 times 1, right? And what's 1 times 1 times 1? You need calculator? 1 times 1 times 1? No need, what's the answer? 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, right? Or if b has a value of 1 lah. But then what about 3 times 1? 3, right? So 1 not equal to 3. You can put in values to confirm whether you're right or wrong. Okay, so moving on to exercise 6 now. Express the following word statements algebraically. So meaning translate English to mathematics. Add 5. So add is plus, right? They're asking you to plus 5 to something. That's the first two words. Add 5. Add 5. So plus 5 are something plus 5. Oh, what plus 5? Oh, wait. So yeah, you're right. Product of h and k. Product means times. Oh, they want me to add 5 to h times k. So yeah, h times k is hk. So hk plus 5. Right? Is there any other way of writing this that is acceptable? Have. Or 5 plus hk. Any other acceptable answers? Are you sure? Kh plus 5. Any other acceptable answer? Hk plus 5. Because the order doesn't matter what? For multiplication, for addition, order doesn't matter. Why? Oh, same, sorry. Kh. K5 plus Kh. Okay? So these are the 4 options. Any more or not? I think no more already. Okay, now let's try part B. Subtract 3m. That means I take away 3m. By the way, this will be tested. Confirm. Guarantee. Every year they will test. Subtract 3m. So we take away 3m. From something. From what? Twice of p. What does twice of p mean? 2 times p. Should I write 2 times p? Just write 2p, isn't it? Okay. So let's write 2p. What am I supposed to do with this 2p? Take away 3m from this 2p. So minus 3m. That's what it means. Anybody confused with part A and part B so far? Still okay? It gets more fun. Divide. The sum of 2t and 3u by v. Understand? Can you understand? Divide something by something. Divide what by what? 2t and 3u. What are we supposed to do with the 2t and the 3u? Plus, yeah. Sum, right? So we're going to do a division. 2t plus 3u divided by v. Understand? How about you try part D by yourself now? Try part D. Do it, part D. Multiply the product of m and n. Okay, m and n. Product of m and n. So we group together. M times n. We are supposed to multiply this by 7c. So it means m n. Don't need to put times, just mn. Then multiply this by 7c. Because I wrote this first. So I multiply by 7c. But is this the way I should leave my final answer? Put the number first. So we get 7 cmn or 7CNM or 7MNC, so many lah, okay? Basically the 3 letters multiplied, the order doesn't matter. Okay? Later on we continue,